Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. Today I am filming ahead for the Pootler's video hop. We don't often do video hops, we quite often do blog hops, but this time for this catalogue we're doing a video hop. My lighting is all wrong. I'm filming this on a Sunday morning, afternoon. Yeah, and the lighting's a little bit bonkers, but well, I think it's good enough that you'll be able to see what's happening here. So right, I'm already blathering. So I've come on, I'm going to try and keep this brief. The topic for our video hop is the mini catalogue July to December 2022, and if you go down below into my description box once you've watched my project, you'll find the links to all the other projects in the hop and you'll get so much inspiration. The catalogue itself is full of lots of inspiration to take you through most of the seasons from now to the end of December. All kind of Christmas stuff, but there's autumn, there's all sorts of things in here that you can play with. So you will get your inspiration in there. So without further ado, I'm going to make a quick and easy card. And I have decided to focus on Regal Reindeer and the reindeer dies. Now I've also chosen some paper from the Storybook Gnomes paper, designer series paper. This is pretty, although it's about gnomes. If you're not really into gnomes, the backs of the paper are just fabulous. Look, trees, snowflakes. Okay, that's got big toadstools, reindeer, but look, sort of Scandinavian pattern, snowflakes. And I've chosen this part, this with the trees. It's got bare deciduous trees and it's got coniferous trees as well. So yeah, evergreens. So most of you will know that my favourite colour from the Stampin' Up palette is Night of Navy, and as this paper that I chose is probably why I was drawn to it, it's got Night of Navy in. So I have cut out 2 die cuts from the die set. This die set is quite a big die set. It's got 18 dies in. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 dies that cut out the stamped images from the stamp set, excuse me. But then you've got other dies like the reindeer I cut out. There's a wee fox. Oh, well, you can make him a fox, you could make him into other things. There's this tree and it's got texture, and then there's these like land, snowy hills, whatever, you can use them. There's stars, parcels, lights for the tree, scarves for the reindeer, etc. You can have a lot of fun. I chose to keep this simple because if you're batch making, you know, and at Christmas a lot of us do send a lot of cards, so it's quite handy to just keep it simple. So I have cut a piece of designer series paper that is small, incrementally smaller than the basic white, and then I can layer that onto my Night of Navy card. Now there will be measurements. I will do a wee blog about this with the measurements on, but again, just using, you know, you don't all use UK measurements, but just increment down the way you like to do. I have punched out, this is from the annual catalogue, I have punched out with this beautiful decorative circle die punch. Now I've spoken to a few people, even demonstrators, who didn't even notice this in the annual catalogue. It doesn't come with any particular set. It's a standalone punch, but it's brilliant. I just like it. It's just a nice size, and I like it, use it as a background for things. I probably overused it, but hey, you know, that's what these, you know, you buy your things. Excuse me, I just realised that I have left measurements for something else here, so let's just move this pad away. There's obviously some other project I'm in the middle of making. But I suddenly realised I'm on the deadline day for this video to get it to our lovely Hannah who organises this. I need to get my link to her, so I really need to get this uploaded to YouTube. So yeah, so we've got Night of Navy ink, beautiful reindeer stamps. So you've got two large reindeers here. You've got a little rabbit, a lovely wee silk picture of a child, probably a wee girl, offering an apple to the reindeer, and you can cut that, you can colour that in and then cut it out. I'm sticking with a much simpler card today, but I know that I'm going to have great fun colouring all these images and making up cards. And this tree die is beautiful too. We've got a wee stamp that's got wee lines, which is good for grounding your reindeer or the little girl. And then we've got this kind of, could be snow and snowflakes. I will use one of these and I'll pop it out now. I already have my sentiment punched on its block. My brain keeps going. I'm really sorry, but yeah, I think I'm bored telling you what's been going on, but yeah, things have been a bit tough, so my recall's still not that great. But I'm not giving up. Okay, so let's make a card at last. All that preamble. I think I did say, but go into the description box below after you've watched me make this card and check out what everyone else has been up to. So this is simple because once it's all cut, and this is why you could do all your cutting and then you could do all your gluing and your silhouette, and you could do a fair bit of die cutting and then just make it up as you go along. This background would equally work for the gnomes and the Santa train set, loads of other stamp sets that you may have bought from this catalogue or may have on your list. This is just beautiful background paper. I don't know why, but I just like it with the white border. I mean, you could ink it up, you can get your blending brushes out. There's loads that you can do, and there's loads that I will do. But just for this one, I just thought I would keep it simple. Don't want my video to be too long because I think there'll be some other amazing things for you to watch. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what my fellow Pootlers do with this hop, because from that catalogue there is so much choice. Maybe too much choice, I don't know. What I do is, once I've got the paper where I want it to be, I hold it so that it can't slip, and then sometimes just take my bone folder and smooth it out, and that way you know that the glue is evenly distributed and that you get a nice flat finish. And then I'm simply on this going to pop my sentiment. I've chosen this large sentiment because I really like it. I might have moved that and skiffed the paper, I'm not sure. Yeah, I thought I had, but then you know what, it's got an emergency side. Straight down and straight up, none of that skiffing and sliding like I just did. And then I'm just going to take this wee stamp, which is sort of snowflakes, gently tap, because with these little stamps, if you'll get a halo too easily. Just takes the bareness off the edges. I do this a lot, but you know, if you find something that works, then keep doing it. Right, so there we go, that's looking quite Christmas. Again, you know, you can, if you want to define the edge of this, just dip it around, or you could take the edge of a pen around it. I quite like this sort of, when you do it this way, don't drag it though, because you'll cut the foam on your pad. Just This wasn't in my plan before I started. There we go. So that doesn't need a back, but you can make a border for it, but I always just find that that's enough. And then really what I'm going to do is position this on here so that I can have a tree at the edge, I decided. There. And a reindeer looking on from here. I'm thinking I don't want to have to cut the reindeer's bottom off, so what I'll do is I'll pop the reindeer on first. Where are my dimensionals? I did put everything out, but you know, I'll just use a couple of these wee black ones here. I want to put the reindeer on and then slip this underneath so that you can still read all the words. Excuse my COVID cough. I'm long since rid of COVID, but it left its cough behind. So I do apologise. I always think I'm okay and then I start talking and then it just disappears. The voice either disappears or the cough comes. So if I have him about there, he's not going to be off the card. I don't have to cut his tail off. And then we'll just pop this on with glue. And then if you see that you can just, I know you don't get night and navy trees, but well, you might. You're doing my imagination. So you just pull these bits up and it just gives it that bit of more texture. And we do love a bit of texture on our cards. So, and then I'll just pop, I'm just going to pop a little bit glue because it'll be a bit tricky with dimensionals. I'm just putting a few dots, just enough to keep it from falling off. Excuse my voice is awake. Oh, it's so frustrating because the body's willing, the voice isn't. Anyway, so again, I'm going to cover over some of the decorative circle with my tree. Oops, stay still. And just hold it for a minute till the glue grabs. And then maybe just, I don't, oh wait, my Poketools in a class bag, I think. But use, you know, Poketools quite good. But tweezers again, because I can curl these a bit. And then they'll stay. Just want to hold that down as well. That needs to just, so just lift the bits up till you get really just, and do it before the glue dries, otherwise some of them might have a bit glue. That's fine, I'll just leave it at that. And then that's pretty enough as it is, but you know, we do like to embellish, so we have these pretty adhesive back sequins and gems that are from the new mini catalogue, and we have, I've got the pearlised enamel effect. So I thought a bit of the enamel effect. Of course you can stamp and decorate. You stamp a piece of basic white even and decorate that and pop that inside your card. I'll leave that one for you. So I'm thinking that you can just put a few dots of this enamel effects on the edges of the tree. There is a puff snow one as well, but you know, you use what you've got. I haven't got around to getting the puff snow one yet. If you stretch this out, it'll do the same sort of thing. Just gives you even more texture on your tray. And a couple of sparkly bits. So it's quite good sometimes to add a different colour in. So you could actually introduce pink in here, just a wee pop of it. Or I'm just going to stick with the cooler theme and go with the, I think these are more, oh, what do you call it? My brain's gone. It really is. What am I thinking? Pool party-ish. Just to take you around the picture a wee bit. I did think I could pop a wee bit of more texture in my reindeer, because this bit, you can fluff this bit up. Again, I maybe should have done that before I attempted to stick it down, but you know, you live and learn. Well, I don't always learn. I'm just going to pop a wee bit more. Petals around my reindeer there. Probably mess it up, but it's just got a bit of ermine around there. And I'm not going to. So you can use these as just definite dots. So just to show you, just to take it, so you just squeeze it down as if you're icing a cake, and you can do 1, 2, 3, and they will, although I peek there, look, you see, it's drying, and they will dry like little dots. So these are fun, and these come in pearlized white, pearlized black, and pearlized real red. So how fab are they just to dress up your cards for Christmas? So I think that's got enough bling on it. There are these sort of oblongy lozenge shape sparkle as well in here, and the sparkly sequins. So yeah, lots to choose from in the July to December mini catalogue for 2022. And this is my second take on this film. I did start filming it, and then I realised that I had the mini catalogue for 2021. I was showing you that. I just like, well yeah, I've just lost it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for all your patience over the last few weeks. And please go into the description box below and watch the other videos. I'm sure they'll all be fab. And please subscribe if you don't already. Please leave us all some positive comments. We really like that. And thumbs ups. Thank you so much.